Hello and welcome to Satisfactory. Excuse me. Still got a um, bit of a cough, bit of a sore throat from the cold. Just trying to look. I've been fiddling about with the old OBS because it's got things you can dock that show you the stream stuff. So like the activity feed and stream chat, because you could pair it up with Twitch or what's it called? Link it with Twitch or whatever. But it's also got a stats thing that hopefully is a bit more informative for me than the other one. So it's sort of saying the bit rates and all that sort of stuff, but some other bits and pieces as well. So hopefully that'll at least clue me in if we have any more dropouts. I've not had any other internet issues since that other time, so hopefully when they were working on the road, they were fixing the phones and it's all fine now. But yes, so it's Friday. It's Satisfactory Day. I have been doing a little bit. I have done a little bit during the week. So we'll launch the game. Sorry, I'm just I keep checking it, making sure I understand what's going on. They've had a few patches. There was one apparently a bug where apparently if you drove up a ramp at a particular angle or something, or like hit space or something on the ramp, it crashed the game. So they have been patching away. I'm not sure how long it's going to take them before they're happy enough to. What's the game audio like? It's right on there. Seems a bit quiet to me. Yes, I don't know how long they're going to be, working on it on early access, but yeah. So, just to show you what I did, basically, was just a little bit of fiddling about, a little bit of work. Oh, got confused there. A little bit of work, which is producing. In fact, did I also? I can't remember whether I did this on stream. On not. Was this on stream last week? Basically, I'm making reinforced iron plates now, and industrial beams. I have a feeling I started this, but didn't actually finish it on stream. So it is now finished. So there are things queuing up, filling up here. As you can see, it's been chunking away while I've been working on other stuff. We should grab some of these. And some of these as well. Yeah, while I've been working on other stuff. So, yeah, we should now have a reasonable amount of production. As you can see, there's quite a lot of space here. Because there's a likelihood, in fact, that I'm going to have to expand this a bit. Because these are a bit wimpy, these production volumes. But we'll have to see on that front. I was also a bit unsure, because obviously, can I bring it up on here? Is it in this one? We've got modular frames, you see, which use the reinforced iron plate. And I could make them on this level. But then there's the thing that the heavy modular frames are made from modular frames. And it's like, well, maybe they should go together. This was me feeling about trying to work out. I like my sort of concept here of putting the things on all on one side. But it's difficult to tell what's what. So I think some kind of color coding system is probably going to be better, where it's like there's a lot of things. So it's like, rubber would be, green or something, and plastic is, plastic blue there, so make it blue or whatever. Yeah, so it's quite difficult to tell what's going on. But anyway, the main thing I did during the week was this, which is basically some rotors, some stators, and this is what I was thinking about, you see, with the modular frames, but then I realised the heavy modular frames would go on. Because then we've got some motors. So we're making rotors, stators, and motors all on the one level. But the way I've done it, and it gets a bit spaghetti over here. It's a bit because I put these in basically, and then worked everything backwards. and then I realised I'd made a mistake with how I'd orientated it, so I then fixed everything, but that then led to everything being out of position, or being ugly in terms of position and where it should be. So I ended up with these. Well, I'd always intended just to do a regular storage thingy, but I ended up with these, this whole mess here, because basically the rotors, stators, and motors are all coming out the same, same block of things. But we're basically now out of, I think we're out of side ones here. So anything else I'm sending around the factory via. Is that right? Oh no, we're not. Oh no, there we go. So that one's there, you see, and I think every. Is that free? Oh no, they got something there. So yeah, so every side one here, is filled basically with something. So we would need to start coming out the side, which is fine because we're at the stage. What I really want to do, what I'm hoping to do today, is sort of build the last few bits, and they're all going to be at very low volume. Because I think I've realised I need more like dedicated factories, and we've got the desert, which has got tons of resources. So we should go over there and start actually making, a lot of the stuff locally over there, and then either shipping it here or maybe moving the space elevator over there or something. But yeah, so I'm happy that modular frames, heavy modular frames, are relatively low volume. And I just want to kick into getting the space elevator stuff up and running, because I only need to make 100 of that. I don't know, it's over there, 100 and 500. The 500 will take a while, but the 100 should be relatively quick. Relatively speaking. But yeah, so this is now stators, rotors, motors. In fact, I should grab some more because I think I ended up with none basically. I've been trying to chuck things into the chests. Oh, it's only... You see, it's quite slow as well, this anyway, because when I was mathing this out, in order to feed these, it's like 90 machines making these. So really I need to get overclocking. But these are all starved anyway, because it's just level 1 belt just to build it, basically. Like everywhere else, really. So there's a whole big job there as well. Which one am I looking for? I'm looking for these. Whole big job there to actually get some... upgrade all of the belts. But then, now I'm making these. That becomes a lot easier because there's just tons of that available now. Yeah, so we'll go up to the next level. I'm not quite sure why I've got a load of silicon on me. Yeah, so we'll go up to the next level. And the plan... Oh, crikey. Fell through the gap. The specific plan for today, as I say, is all of the next level of machines. But likely on 2 levels, because when you get to using the... Oh, missed. One more level. When you get to the next level of machine, it's too big. So, I mean, obviously it clips through nowadays, but this lad is a real chunky boy. And he sticks up through the roof. You see, can you see that poking up through the roof there? Which I'm not too fussed about looks-wise. It doesn't bother me that. But in terms of building on the next level, if I leave that there, see, it becomes a bit problematic. Because I'm not... in fact, let's just test. Will it let me build? Oh, it will actually let me build over it anyway now. It didn't let you used to build on top of that, because it would clip through the... In fact, I'm not sure you could actually build the machines, but... But yeah, so we'll probably have to put them up here. And so I've added this extra floor, but it obviously doesn't have all the walls on it. I didn't get time to do that. But it was so quick building the floor with the zooping. So quick. It was almost ridiculous. But yeah, the point is, I think I even set the recipes to remind me. Yeah, so we've got modular frames and heavy modular frames, you see. But I say we need them upstairs. But then we've got... What else have we got to make? We've got to make these things. Yeah. Those two. So that one's relatively... That's one we'll try and do first. Because say all I've got, I think all I've got left. I don't think I've got any. Yeah, well I've got these, you see, but we can just make those locally. I'm not planning on stocking those up here at all. You know, we could divert some off if they're, you know, if it turns out the machine's too quick or whatever, and stick them in a awesome sink. So I'm not really planning on making them as such. Excuse me. Until, you know, I will have to. It's become apparent to me you need quite a lot of volume of everything. Circuit boards as well. So, but we can do all of that together basically. And I say, because this is up at the top end of the factory, and it's just let's get on with the next level of the thing. Because I think it unlocks aluminium stuff next. So I want to get that so that I can play with a new system really. But yeah, this is the only one we need to make. But we do sort of have to make these as well for the other machines. So what I'm thinking is we make modular frames here in a sort of a fairly decent sort of a setup, because, you know, I would quite like to expand it later, although there'll probably only be, you know, 2 machines or something now. And then we just stick one each making these, or maybe 2 or something like that, and feed everything up then to the next level, where we have this guy making, you know, one guy making heavy modular frames, you know, one making these, because we'll then have everything for that. Oh, and then locally we can make the circuit boards, the computers, and just feed them in, you know, directly to that. So the goal is to get these made, and that's it sort of thing. And then I'll work on reworking everything basically or making new factories or whatever. So I say that's hopefully I don't think we will get through it all today, but hopefully that's sort of where we're going. Yeah, and obviously everything now needs to come out at least one of these side ports, which isn't too bad. There is nothing apart from. In fact, actually, let's align it with the other side, because we do have concrete on here. So I don't want to. Ideally, don't want to overlap it. Yeah, so concrete's there, isn't it? So if I was to put... So which one is that? That's that one, isn't it? So if I put that there... maybe if I use something else just to remind me not to block that. But I'm pretty sure that's the only thing going up the sides. Yeah. And I say this is slightly the difficulty, because I don't know where anything is now. As in, you know, I've got everything available via these, but some of them you can work out, you know, so you can work out that's the reinforced concrete beams or whatever it calls it, and that's clearly plastic. Others, I haven't a clue. I don't know, what is that, and what's that? I say, I think colour coding it will help me, but say there are so many that there's a lot of colours to use and remember. So yeah. Right, so what we can do, but say the difficulty is that I don't know where everything is, because ideally I want to make the heavy modular frames where I've got the resources to make, the regular modular frames, you know, at the side where I've got the resources, but I don't know where the resources are. Those aren't on the same thing, are they? No. In which case, let's think instead about... So if we have the modular frames coming out here, I think. I think that's the one I'll just have to admit, you know, is going to be... Do I want one of them? Probably not. Probably want just a regular storage. But I think this is one that's I'm just going to have to admit is just going to be, you know, reworked no matter what. So if we have that there, and then do I even want to think about it in terms of 3 slots? I mean, modular frames are quite useful, aren't they? So maybe if we do go with industrial, I think. Yeah, let's just go with that. Because I've got a whole, like half a chest full down on the ground, basically. So if, say, one coming out of there, and one coming out of, oops, out of there, out of there. Right, so then we need to load them in here. So I guess if we make this the sort of row, that makes sense? Yeah, that'll do. I say this is just a messy sort of get it done stage because, as I say, I've spent quite a long. It's been a long time since I did any levels on the. What am I looking for? I guess that any levels on the space elevator. So I really do need to crack on. Let's turn Zoop on. Yeah, so let's imagine. So if this is a merger, and it's a bit of room, but not too much. It would be sort of there-ish, maybe, just as a guess. Obviously. Oh, right, that was the... I was confused because it was the right way round. So we're talking assemblers, aren't we? Will you even fit there? You would, but... So it's the struggly bit with... Yeah, so ideally I think we want a bit more room. You're not going to show me... Oh, there we go. So a bit of room so I can walk through. Right. Oh no, it's too... Need to be a bit further back. There we go. Something like that, maybe? So we'll put a second one on, but I doubt we'll be able to support it. That's probably a bit too far back, but whatever. So, I think I just have to accept the reality that this is going to be reworked fairly soon. Again, slightly surprised it's the right way around, but there we go. It's, oh no, that one isn't, but that doesn't matter. Okay. Still does the flipping them randomly thing. I don't know why they haven't fixed that, but maybe they like that feature. I mean, the fact that you can, you know, insert splitters into and mergers into rows now, into belts, would suggest otherwise. I think this is going to be uneven, isn't it? Look, stop worrying about those things. Oh no, that's roughly the same, but it's too far apart, really. Yeah, I need to stop worrying about that because this is just a get it done thing. So, because we want reinforced plates and rods. Now, I am pretty damn sure that rods are on this side of the building because I'm already using them somewhere. And I think they're on this side or closer to this side. In fact, are you rods? You see what I mean? It's very difficult to tell. That looks like reinforced plates to me. Let's see if it is. What are you snapping to? You want to go up there, don't you? That one? There we go. So, let's have a look, see. Organisation, logistics, there we go. Let's have a look and see if this is reinforced plates. Looks like it to me, yeah. Now, rods. I bet this is rods here. It might be too high up anyway. You know, it might be too far to go. I think I'm probably going to have to extend my platform anyway. Ooh. No, that's plates, isn't it? Are rods on the other side. Because I'm using rods in something. In fact, I think I'm using rods in them. Yeah, that's plates. Okay. Let's go and have a look at the other side. See what's going on. Yeah, apologies for still sounding a bit rough and stuff, but it took a while for the coal to clear up. Really, it wasn't a heavy one, but it's one of those that just sort of has been hanging around for ages. So they're both them, aren't they? Where are rods? Let's just go and have a look. Let's just go and find them. They'll be right down on level 2. I'm pretty sure they've increased the draw distance in the game, because I keep seeing things. When I was, building the one more. When I was building that top level, where I'm like, hang on, I've not been able to see that from here before. Up here? So, where are rods? Are rods on? Oh, is that rods? No, that's steel, lads. They're screws. Where the heck are rods? Oh. Screws, lengths, rods, there we go. So they are on this side. Oh right, but they're all the way, they're the very last one. Okay. Well, that's convenient, because that's right where we've built. This, I don't know what this is where it gets stuck, but it keeps causing me to fall down the gap. Oh. Oh, it's sunlight coming through. Yeah, pretty sure they've increased the draw distance. Because you see what I mean? It used to just be fog. No. All the way across. And where the red forest is, it's called. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you didn't even be able to see all this. Certainly not the fact that there's a slug up there, you know. Right, so, yes, it's this one. That is these. Okay. Okay. Let's give ourselves a bit of room. Is it gonna let me? Yeah. Cool. But oh, that's the absolute maximum height. Okay. Is it connected? Looks like it. Yep. Right, so we need to feed the stuff in, and the stuff is this one and this one. So how about, because I'm double-siding it. How about we bring it through here? Yeah. So if we have a stacker sort of here. And then I think it has to be about here. I didn't line that up properly, did I? Oh no, it's alright. It's okay. Right. So this needs to be a bit further back. Out here maybe? Probably end up with some belts crossing over each other, but you know, clipping through each other. But this is fine. Yeah, okay, so we want Oops. One across here. Oh, no, go on, click. Yeah. One across there. Come on. You can do it. And then we're going to connect them to these. Oops. Like so. And then we want splitters. Splitter. There and there. There and there. And then more splitters, which it may not let me do, but we'll have a look. Here. Oh, it will let me do. Cool. And it's going to randomly flip them round because that's satisfactory. Cool. Okay, so we just need to connect everything up here. So do that. And then if we maybe put this in and zoop ourselves a wall, so much easier. And then what? We want wall thingies, which aren't there, are they? They're in logistics. There we go. I think I'll put it down, like below, because I'm pretty sure if I'm going to make other stuff on this level, which is difficult to tell where everything is, then there's bound to be something. In fact, let's just take it all the way over here. Bound to be something else I need to send around, so we'll just connect this. Connect this down here. Connect this over here. Like so. And then we need to connect this to here. If it'll let me. Connect. I think they've made the nights darker as well. I do remember some kind of poll or something, or asking. Or I've quite probably imagined that, to be honest with you. Let's... yeah, let's just take that out. You know, whether they should make the nights darker. Conveyor belt is too steep. Seriously. Seriously. Take it up there then. Okay. There's no power, so it won't do anything. But let's get the other side hooked up. Again, I'm going to guess about sort of here-ish. Oops. Like so. And then we want to take this past it. Oh no, I don't. I can just send it round, don't I? Right, so... yeah, we're going to... so I say, we're going to make the other... you know, weird things on here, on this level, in the rest of this space, and then just send them up. And it'll be a tiny trickle of material, but with them I'm not massively fussed. Then we want a splitter, and a splitter, and a splitter, and a splitter. Put them up. I'm sure there's much more elegant ways of doing a lot of this, but... How quickly do you make stuff? 2 a minute. That's... yeah, that's very slow, isn't it? Okay, so everything should be hooked up. Has everyone got a recipe? Yeah. 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 So the thing I haven't got, because I didn't put the walls in upstairs, we haven't got any power up there, because these are all connected up with the power and stuff here. So That might be interesting. We need power things. No, we want a wall outlet. Line it up with this. Maybe do it on there. And then... Oops. Where's that gone? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have made it darker because it's a lot more difficult to see stuff. Which is generally the effect of darkness, interestingly. Something to do with light or something, I don't know. Right. Why does... Oh, no, that's okay. And connect that to there. No. There. 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 Come on. There we go. Okay, so it turned on. Oh, I haven't looked at the belts here. Okay. 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 Oh. Oh, out of stuff. Let's go and get some more stuff then. Should I go all the way down or... Yeah, because I don't think I used to be able to see the trees in particular. I think you could see the mountains. You see, I can see the trees on the top and stuff. So I think they've increased the draw distance. Have we got anything in here that I might be able to just grab? Got a small number of plates and a bit of concrete. This was all junk that I had sort of left over, basically, so I'm trying to remember to come and grab things from here first, as it were. I'm sort of being weirdly... It kind of occurred to me. I'm being weirdly, like, not conservative in the sense of, you know, politically, but in the sense of I don't throw things away, and I think it's a habit from Factorio more than anything else, where, you know, although patches aren't, you know, are limited, and although you've got a ridiculous amount of resources in that game, the fact that it's quite time consuming, etc., to set up, you know, new mining facilities and all that sort of stuff has always tended to make me try and preserve material in Factorio. You know, not just stick it in a chest and blow it up. Unless it was so ridiculously annoying, you know, to clear it up. You know, like, you've got 500 chests of ore. I mean, in fact, there's a episode in my Megabase series where I tried to deconstruct the base, and instead of just blowing up the ore chests, I was getting the bots to take all the stuff out. But yeah, in Satisfactory, it's sort of a null concept because every single patch is infinite. You know, that's how they constructed the game. So, you know, there is a thing, particularly higher level materials, they're worth saving because, just from a point of view of you know, it takes you a while to make them, you know. So you might as well have... You've not got rods. Why have you not got rods? Yeah, you might as well sort of save them. Why are rods not coming out of there? Is that not connected? Is this some weird artifact of clipping and stuff? Yeah, I bet that's not connected, is it? Let's redo it all again then. we put that there. It'll be, I think they're like a tiny difference in height is basically the issue. Are you getting rods now? Yes, there we go. Yeah, I think these are ever so slightly fractionally a different height than the belts, so it doesn't quite, you know, clip onto it when you stick them in all the time. But it's like fractional, and you can't actually tell, you know. Right, so what we will do is we'll nip down again and grab all these modular frames from the other chesticle. Because there's no point in them sitting down there still. And that's the last one. That's the last remnants of this base from when I deconstructed it. But yeah, the other game, you see, this is the last one of these, you see. You see. Yeah, so we're going to... Oh, it wasn't all on. Okay. Okay, game. Okay. Let's just chuck them in there temporarily then. Grab these. Take on. Chuck them in the one upstairs. I think it is worth preserving these. Because, they are quite complicated and... fell off again because of that. Clip into the wall, you know, to make, as it were. So it's worth sort of having them preserved. The things like iron plate, I should just get rid of, because you're not really saving very much time and energy. Nope, wrong level. Now there are signs, this would make this a lot easier as well, working out which level I'm on. But I haven't unlocked the signs yet. Right, we'll chuck all of them, grab one, because we had one before, back down again, because we need that stuff we left behind. I mean, I need a hypertube system as well. This is fairly quick, isn't it? Okay. Grab them. Should we stock up on anything else? Because it's these ones we need to make. So they're the last remnants of, well, that one as well, that I had left over. And obviously I need to make these as well, but probably won't get around to that this time. Okay, so we're now chunking away on some modular frames. Is anyone else getting dizzy? See one more? Nope. Is it? There we go. Right, yes, so we need to put the other things in this gap here. This sort of area here. So, nothing too complicated. Should I have a couple doing for each? Let's have a look how long they take to make. So, we'll need a bit of room. Because what I'm thinking is maybe 2 or 3 of each of these. So maybe if I have output. No, so if we say a row for splitters, a row for mergers, a row for splitters. Why are you not giving me a... Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on. There we go. Is that right? No, of course it's not right. Yeah, so I want 2 rows there. Why are you not lining up properly? Oh, it's because I've just randomly done these. I've just slapped these on. What a rube. Right, yes, so we need, you know, a container. We need a bit of room. We need to put a first sort of row here. No, other way around. Like that. I made that painful, didn't I? Right. So yeah, so basically there'd be some splitters in here. So I'm just going to ground floor it. I'm not going to bother with all this. Well, I'll have to multi-level it because everything requires 2. But, you know, they'll go in here, ground level and 1 up maybe. In fact, will that work? If I put them in the middle and put them back a bit, that doesn't even need to be a splitter for that one. So if you're there and you're there, will you feed in? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I just feed in the 2 things there. That's fine then. Okay, so with M1, merger. As I say, we'll just ground level all of this. We won't be too fussed about, you know, scale production. So where are you going to be? You're going to be sort of here-ish maybe. So then you would be sort of here-ish maybe. No? It's just ever so slightly too far for it to show me the green lines and the lining up. So I can't quite tell what's going on. So 1 there, because there's 3 of them I think, aren't there? Yeah, so then we have splitter here. End up with a middle. Great way round. There we go. Then we have merger. There. Ish. And then a bit of a gap. Come on. That. I think now that they've increased the number of things that it shows you green lines on, it gets a bit confused. Basically, that it's sort of going, what are you trying to line up? Because it seems to allow you to do lineups on the level below, basically. So like vertically. You know, because you can see the white boxes it's showing. Those are, it's trying to line up with them. When I really don't want it to. So yeah, so we've got... Ooh. So we know we've already got these here, haven't we? Modular frames. Reinforced iron plates, rather. So, if smart plating... modular frames is used here. Okay, in that one. Because that's all on levels below. That's all on levels below. That one, though, is on this level. So maybe I should divert it around from here, or maybe I should make it on the level above. No, let's make it here and we'll divert it round. Okay, so if you're made from reinforced plate, then we can take that reinforced plate there. Oh. Will you let me put it in there? Okay. Like that. And then that can go in that. That can go in that. I didn't look at the numbers, did I? So if this is smart plating 30 seconds, 24 seconds, 24. So they're all about the same, really. Net difference, really. So that's not going to save us. Not going to make a lot of difference if I have 2 machines or 3 machines, really. Why have you... I don't care. Do whatever. You do you, machines. You do you. So that would be, say, that one. That would be that. Oh, no. Too steep. Right. You're fine on the other machine, but not on this one, of course. Of course. Of course. Split out. Like that. And like that. You can let me do it now? Yeah, okay. I say this is intentionally spaghettized building, basically. So I also need to stick this in half again. So what else do you need? You need rotors. Okay. Rotors will be coming in from here somewhere. So we won't do that yet. What do you need? You need to have a recipe. So you need to be, say... So if we make these the versatile frameworks... Yeah. And we'll take... Instead of feeding 2 up then, let's have one come round the walls. Yeah, okay. So we want conveyor mounts. So you would come out of here, wouldn't you? So you want to be, say, do I want to make it... Let's do it on there. And then, where do you need to come out? What am I bringing around? I'm bringing around versatile frameworks for you. Which are kind of on the other side. Okay, yeah, let's not do that. And instead, let us come around this way. So, if we connect you, say, to there. You see, this is the flip side to it, though. It's not loading in the textures properly. Because that shouldn't look like that. Or maybe it's the, I don't know what the proper term is, but like the shading, basically. So what height are you at? You're about... Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's just put you up here. Take you around out the way. Can. So maybe there. That's not lined. Wait. Is that right? Yeah. And then, where are you going to be? You're around about there, say. And then that would be, in fact, we need to zoop. Always be zooping. I don't know. This is a real mess, this, isn't it? It's all over the blooming place. In fact, I seem to have gone down a level there. I think that should actually be there. How far are we going to go along? So a fair distance, so let's put that on there. And then probably here. Right. I think I made this a lot more complicated than it needs to be, but I was messing about actually with having lots of wall-mounted conveyors. They look really awesome. Now, that'll be too far, I would guess. Oh, no. Okay. But what I want to do a... Because there'll be something else needs to bring over here as well, anyway. And we know this needs rotors. So rotors will be coming over. And then this is steel beams. I have a feeling they're on this side. Let's go and have a look. Let's have a look and see. Just want to check something out. I'm just checking, make sure the bit rate is the same on both sides. 5.8. Are you? That's interesting. Maybe it's doing a different type of counting. Anyway, right. Yes, so do excuse me. I have a feeling. Is my feeling correct? Oh no, that's rubber, isn't it? What are you? Is that? No. That's plastic. That looks like cable to me. Let's see what that is. Because cable's one thing we need. We'll pop that in. And see what that is. We're actually going to have a problem. Oh, I didn't put the... I think we're actually going to have a problem with the distance. Because I think some of these... So that's the maximum height, you see. Yeah, so I've kind of got to make the circuit board and stuff on this level, on that level up there, because if this is, you know, they're the lowest down, and this is the maximum height I can take things up. So if you... Oh no, it's not far enough, is it? Because it'll be one level down. So yeah, so I can't actually bring the plastics all the way up to where I need to. So I'll have to solve that problem. They do... I don't know if they patched it actually, but there was a... Oh, that is cable. There was a problem with the wall things they'd done. The wall pass-throughs were basically... What are you? You're... Yeah, it's got to be on the other side, isn't it? Basically, the... you know, the wall... They've done a thing. I haven't unlocked it, because I haven't unlocked any of the Update 5 stuff, basically. But there's like a hole that you can put into the floors and walls and stuff that lets you basically pass through pipes. It's not... You can just clip them through now, but obviously that's more prettier, basically. And also lets you line things up properly and stuff like that. And basically it ignored head lift, so it was like a free pump, or a free infinitely powerful pump. Basically, if you put one at the bottom and one at the top, it would just, you know, the fluid would just instantaneously transfer between the two, or where nice, you know, it would just move up like there was an infinitely powerful pump between them. So it meant you didn't actually need a pump. Which I'm guessing is not intended behaviour, so, because otherwise why bother having a pump? What am I looking for? So this is going to be the other one, which must be wiring of automation. And that's where we need the cables. Right, so let's go and grab... In fact, we're going to get it here, aren't we? We're going to have a whole load of stuff lined up along the wall. Let's say it does look really awesome. Is this cable? I can't tell. Let's put... say it'll be about there. Is that cable on there? Can I tell? Yeah. Right, so let's take... yeah, I've gone down somewhere there, haven't I? Haven't I? No, that's okay. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. This one here. And then this one there. Probably need another one, but let's leave that for the moment. So you need basically stators, rotors, and steel beams still. Stators, rotors, yeah. Okay. And then we need to hook everything up, power everything up. And we are almost there for this level. So, let's have a look, see if we can work it out. What's that going up there? I wish you could zoom in. Are those steel beams? I don't think they are they? But we've got one other thing. You see, we've got like the stators and the rotors. Basically here. Let's do one of them. Like, oh, I guess because I've got thingy on. Zoop. So that's stators. Wait, no, you're not steel beams, are you? You're steel pipes. Where are steel beams? Somebody's stolen my steel beams. But yeah, you can put things up the middle of the factory now, so this whole arrangement is actually a bit sort of irrelevant. Because that's steel pipes. I'm going to have to go and find it, basically. Can't work out where I've put them. Yeah, so you can stick things through. That's steel beams there, look. That's what that is. Okay, so we need that one as well. Which may be tricky. I think that might be too far for the lift. Because that's right down on the bottom level. Okay. Let's grab that. Pop it there. Can you let me build? No. It's this one, isn't it? Now then. I bet it won't even let me attach. Okay. Let's just zoom a bit of a platform out. Let me get that. Oh, yeah. Oh. I've got the wrong one, haven't I? Must be this one. It triggers my vertigo, this. There we go. Oh, it's literally the exact maximum height. Are those beams? We'll have to see when they get up here. We know these other ones are what we want, anyway. Right, so, is that everything? So we've got steel beams, rotors, cables are coming up here, modular frames, steel beams, reinforced plate, rotors. Yeah. Okay. Missed. Let's hook this up then. So, because what I'll just do, I'll stick in some of these guys and sort of attach what I need to here, basically. Should be right distance-wise, I think. Excuse me again. Okay. Oh. Are you going to give me the... No. But might give me the old... Are you taking the Mickey error? Is there anything hooked up? Yeah, okay. So, you've got reinforced plate coming, you need rotors and all of that jazz. Okay, so... we're going to need to bring rotors up to here. So I'll put them on that level. Which one's this? It's lined up with a sort of chunky bit in the middle. Okay, so... there, I guess. I don't know which is which. So that's... are those stators? Or no, they're rotors, aren't they? Yeah, they're not them things. They're them things, I think. They can be a little indistinct, if I'm totally honest, those two. Let's have a look, though. That's a rotor, isn't it? No, no, what have you done there? And then this was the one. No, there we go. So this should be on here. Is it? Oh, it's the bomb level, isn't it? And then in there. Think those are the right two? We'll let it all chunk through and make sure before we turn anything on. So this is modular frames and steel beams. Modular frames are there. And steel beams should be one of these. So we need to do this sort of at this level, don't we? In fact, let's put both of them in. No, let's not, because I remember that being a bit painful. And you're only going to here. Okay. So hopefully this is steel beams. We'll take it underneath. So I'll go down to say here. Say, yeah. There. And then we'll connect to there. Look at this. That. Yeah, it is steel beams. Brilliant. So you're going to have steel beams, modular frames. Cool. And then you need stators and cables. I did bring cables up somewhere? Yeah, there we go. So, say cables there. No. Cables there. There. And then we want another wall mount along here. Going to there. Thinking about it, I'm not entirely sure why I've taken everything around the walls because right, let's go and get some of my plate. I know they introduced drones to the game, but I don't think they're like Factorio drones where it will deliver stuff to you. I think you still have to sort of go and collect things manually. But I may be wrong. I think they probably just added them as a sort of a cool thing or a stopgap thing. Oh. There's none in there, is there? Yeah, I don't think they're intended really as a mass production device like you have in Factorio, but I may be wrong. Yeah. Do I need concrete or anything? It's fine. Say some sort of sign telling me what's on each level will be really useful. But, oh. Yeah, here we are. Now, it's just one bit of belt, I think. Around here. Around there. And hopefully everything is being delivered as required now. So if you power everything up, it should begin to function. Right. Power. Okay. Let's just put you on there. Is that? Okay, let's do that now. And then there. No, probably don't need that one, do I? Because there'll be a new one here. Okay. So you're across from there. And then you're there. Oh, it is there. That one there. In fact, let's take you down there. Like that. There is obviously the higher level wire. I've not unlocked that either. No, I think I've unlocked the... In fact, I think I have actually, but... I didn't have any Caterium production, so I've not really used it particularly. That was the problem. But now we've got a whole factory making a little bit of Caterium. Caterium wire, obviously. Da-da-da. Hook you up. And you. And you. Okay. Everyone's gone... Oh, you've not gone green. Why have you not gone green? Oh, because they're just chunking in. Okay. Have you made anything yet? They're very slow, all of these. Okay. Let's put the chests in, or the containers in. Anyway. Yeah. You need to punch a hole in the wall, basically, but that's all fine and good and dandy. So if we put it here, and then I don't know. What are you lining up with there? Oh, that there. That there. Like that. What are you sending me? You're sending me smart plating. Bit of that. You're sending whatchamacallit framey things. First star frameworks, they didn't... Oh, it did go in, okay. And you're sending nothing. Smart wiring, whatever it's called. Okay. So then if we put hole in the wall here, hole in the wall here, and hole in the wall here, we can take them upstairs. Let's turn Zoop off. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 3. Okie dokie. So that's all of them made, which should mean, I think... Oh, door's on the wrong side. Oh. Ah. Right, there we go. Blimey, that took a little bit of doing. Yeah, so I guess I need a thing here so that I can bring these up. So if we just zoop... No, let's put... Let's put these on first. If I can line them up. No? Come on, there we go. Okay, so Hopefully this is the right one. Yeah, there we go. So if we take this up to here, and then wrong one. Not all there. Not all there. What am I looking for? Lift. Lift there. Oh. Let's do... Is it that one? Is that right? Yeah. So that's bringing all of them up. We also need the frameworks, which are where... Did I hook the frameworks up? Let's just snip down. Oh yeah, frameworks are here. Okay. Oops. There. Oops. One of them. And then a lift to there. Okay. So we know we need all of them because I need to make the heavy frameworks at the very least. And the others are going to be used in... Oh, I've misaligned that. Brilliant. Well done. Good job. Oops. Cool. Yeah, we know we need the heavy lads. I can't remember if they used it in any of the other things. So, right, let us look at what we need to do. So we need an assembler. Is this right? Oh no, heavies are a... Oh right, heavies must use more stuff then. Yes, we got all of them three, you see. We've got them. We got all of them. We got all of them. Obviously, they're at a different place. So it's circuit boards we're not making, but we can make these here, except with the caveat that I'm not sure I can bring the two ingredients up in a single lift. So I might have to think about that. But yeah, circuit boards is the only one of these we need to make, and I'm making those like locally, as you know, with the intention of turning them all into computers or whatever. So we're into manufacturers, which I can't afford because I haven't got enough cables. Okay. Let's just go all the way down and see what treats the chest can provide generally. How are we doing on time? 4:20. Okay. Whoops. Right. Sort. Don't need any of them. Might as well grab them now. There's no cables in here. Could take them. And then I guess we could have that. Maybe top that off. And these are the ones we need to make sort of next. So we need cables, don't we? Is that all we need? I say I don't know why I've got that silica. I don't know where it's come from, to be honest with you. I'm keeping it because I believe it's used in something, but I'm not 100% sure what. Right, cables. Cables. One of the reasons I put the 3 splitters on pretty much everything was because I'm sort of hoping I can take it all back down to ground level at some point and basically have all of the stuff available to grab down there. Oh! Climbed up a ladder accidentally. Right. I was messing about with... I haven't really played Factorio since the end of the Mega Base stream, that series. I've actually been playing Inscription. I mean, I played a bit of this and a bit of Dyson Sphere Program. But I was actually mostly playing Inscription. Mixed feelings on it, to be honest with you. It's a much bigger scale game than... It's by a guy called Daniel Mullins. And he's made a couple of really sort of innovative and interesting games. Pony Island and the Hex. I really quite liked the idea. They're very much meta. So we need to make heavy modular frames, but that means... Oh, it is a lot of stuff we need, isn't it? Okay. Might leave them for the moment, because what we actually want to make... Oh no, we need heavy modular frames. But these we can make straight away now, and they're the ones we need more of. 120 seconds each. Good lord. We got to get into overclocking, haven't we? The recipe times are getting bonkers. So yeah, those are easy to produce in the sense that that's just feeding in all of those materials. So we could maybe have 2 of them. These are more complicated because it means both making computers. Both means making computers which are made from circuit boards. And circuit boards as well. And heavy modular frames. And I can do all of those. But I had forgotten / not realised that it needed everything in this one. I thought it was split between the 2. Okay, so let's make some heavy modular... some modular engines then. And we'll basically feed them down... Because I'm going to have the reverse problem as well, in that I need to get them down to the space elevator, and a single lift won't go all the way down. So I'll have to do some sort of hooking up type of thing. I've also got all these platforms in the way. So maybe if we try and take the, whatever it's called, adaptive dubris down here. So that means making the things here. I'm thinking maybe try and do 2. So if we do, say a merger, pop it in here, say, and then we put a manufacturer here. You're going to give me a green line? No, of course you aren't. No. Oh, there we go. No. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. So hopefully there. There. It'd make more sense, I think, to have... Because it's a lot of stuff to add into a manufacturer. So having the other way round, basically. So if we have... In fact, yeah, let's line them up. Yeah. Change my mind again. So we'll have the merger here, lined up with this. And then we'll have the manufacturer here. And then another one here. So they both feed in there. Oh. And then it just goes into there. And we take it down. So you're both going to make these bobs, modular engines. So I need to feed in motors, which are right over here somewhere. Rubber, which again may be another one that is that. That's got to be motors there, hasn't it? Let's take a gamble that it is. Obviously, I've not even got the walls to mount anything on here, so this is just going to be a real mess, but let's see what we can get away with. So, are you motors? It does give you little audio clues for when it's lined up, actually. It's like a little tick noise it makes, but it seems to give that irrespective of... Well, there seems to be multiple line-up points that sometimes then don't actually work. So I just want to bring this down to make sure it is motors. Looks like it. Yeah, so that's motors. Then you need smart plating, which is right over here somewhere. It's not this one, is it? That would be amazing if it is. No, that's the frames. Wait. Is it this one? Oh, no, that's the wiring. It's this one. Yeah, okay. Right, so let's see if we can... Because we're going to need a bonkers number of splitters. Is it going to be easy to feed them in? It probably is. So if we maybe put the splitter stack, basically, sort of here. Like that. Because it only needs 3 things, doesn't it? Yeah, so in theory I could feed rubber into 2, I believe. Because it's got 4 entry points. We'll give that a go. I probably don't need to though, because it's only it's not even a belt's worth 15 a minute. And we should be able to do that. We've got an entire blooming factory making rubber over there. Yeah, let's give it a go. But yeah, so sort of mixed feelings on Inscription. Does a lot of the things I like from his previous games. It's got a lot of the meta stuff in. But it's structured around a card game, and I'm not the biggest fan of card games. Not digital card games. It always seems a bit... I don't know. I never really... How can I put this? card games are very abstract in the sense that it's an abstraction of what you're doing, basically. And, you know, video games can be abstract. I'm not saying they can't, but to me it's sort of defeating the point of it being a computer game. Now, I know that's sort of not really true because, you know, they tend to do a lot of extra stuff you couldn't do in a physical card game. This needs to go in here. And then this will need to be a couple of levels up, won't it? So, if we imagine... Because I potentially bring, what, you know, that one along this as well. In fact, if I give it a third layer, we can do this one as well. Yeah, so... You know, I always struggle a bit with card games. I always find it a bit too... It's almost a bit too reductivist. It's a bit, you know, reductionist. It's a bit sort of like, aha, well, we've boiled the game down to the barest mechanics. What do you mean you prefer to have nice, pretty graphics? Yeah, so, you know, I say I sometimes struggle a bit with card games, and it is a card game, and he's doing a lot of stuff that is sort of commentary on card games, which they've kind of become in vogue. You know, it's sort of everything's a blooming card game nowadays. Which I say it's fine if you like such things, but I'm not the biggest fan. And then he's doing meta commentary on something that I'm not that massively interested in. There's a lot of other stuff in them I enjoyed, but in order to achieve, there's also commentary on roguelikes, and things like that. So, oh dear, this could hurt. Yeah, there we go, missed. You know, so it's like a roguelike card game. But he does some things that... how can I put it? Yeah, it's not going to reach up, is it? So, what I can probably do... is maybe I turn it sideways... and then we connect another one to the end. And hopefully that should align with the middle. Oh, it won't let me do that, will it? It doesn't like you doing that. You see, it lets you line them up, but then it doesn't... It like aligns it onto the wall. Oh no, no, I think it is letting me line that up. And obviously, yeah, roguelikes have become a popular thing as well. Even sort of entering mainstream with Returnal and stuff. But again, it's another genre I'm not massively interested in. I always find it too frustrating. Well, when you're a fan of games where you build gigantic factories that do jobs permanently, you know, that just keep going and going and going and doing a thing. Roguelike is almost the anathema of that. It's almost like the reverse. You know, going from, let's build a factory that can make infinite iron plates, to, oh, you didn't happen to get the exact, you know, weapon that is very good that would let you beat this boss. Sorry, you've just died. It's like the opposite. But part of how he's doing it, or how he does it in the game, means that Oh, you're not going to let me connect on this side, are you? Oh, come on, play ball. Come on, there we go. Are you lined up there? This is where I discover it's not even rubber. If I put one here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, but part of the way he's doing it basically is by essentially the roguelike card game becomes a rogue is like reset like a roguelike several times in the game, and so effectively the game itself is a roguelike of a it's difficult to explain it, but it basically repeats, but it changes, so it becomes a different card game essentially, but it's the same card game with basically the same rules. And it does that a couple of times, and I think he, they maybe in testing, or he just knew anyway that makes this, well, particularly the second iteration is actually a bit boring. Oh, hey, Grim, how you doing? I'm gibbering away about something. Is this rubber? I just realised I've been hooking it up, but I didn't actually check what it was. Yes, that's rubber. Cool. Right, so let's connect this one in, and we should start... Oh, I need to hook the power up, don't I? Oh, I've put it on the bottom level and ended it on the... Oh, let's just redo that then. Good. Sorry. I'm okay. I've sort of, I don't know if it's really audible in my voice, but I've still got a bit of a, gruff voice, but the cold's all gone and all that sort of stuff now, so I'm physically fine. Bit of a rubbish week at work, if I'm totally honest. Not from a... Basically, one of my clients is... well, actually, they're fine. It's one of their partners, basically, is proving to be a real problem, shall we say. And unfortunately, there is politics TM involved. And they don't want to get rid of them, basically, and they need to get rid of them because they're causing real problems. But say if they feel if they get rid of them, they basically need to be able to work with them in the future. And that means that if they tell them to go away, forcibly go away, that'll probably break that relationship, or they're afraid it will break that relationship. My opinion is that when that relationship will suddenly magically heal itself when there's the offer of more money. But yeah. Right, in theory, this should at least be running, even if it's not going to run very well. Let's go glad feeling. Sorry you had a bad week. I say it was. I mean, it was bad from a. It was frustrating. I think it was more than a. It wasn't one of them weeks where nothing goes right, sort of thing. It was just one where I almost had the same conversation about 10 different times. Trying to explain, exactly the same point. Why is smart plating? Oh, it's because that's not smart plating. Bottom. Okay. Where is smart plating then? Smart plating must be... This one? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we'll hook smart placing up properly then. And then we might actually make our first, whatever it's called, modular something or other. Modular engine. So I need to go back and change all of the levels of belts and all sorts of stuff generally. Because I haven't mathed any of this out really. It's just I know I've got tons and tons of iron plates, so I can just make things with iron plate. Good old belt clipping. Come on, hurry up. I just want to see it run and make some. With the building industry, and I work with an ass who thinks he's the big I am, but he's useless. Yeah, I don't tend to, in my sort of domain, we don't tend to have. So what we do as a company is we basically filter our clients because we're quite in demand. Our services are, you know, we have quite a good reputation, and you know, people come to us looking for us to support them. So we can kind of filter out like the bad clients like that. But I've worked with a few like that. It's just sort of like it's particularly, should I say this? I shouldn't really, but I think everyone could kind of appreciate it. But we do a lot of stuff involving universities, and it's not uncommon for there to be a professor, shall we say, just as a generic thing, who is the absolute expert on everything ever, you know, can't possibly not know anything. You know, oh, this isn't hooked up, is it? No, it isn't. Yeah, can't possibly be, you know, wrong about something, or, you know, somebody else. Oh, and that's still got all the rubbish on the blooming belt. Let's just take it out. I say I'm not in any way saying they're all like that. It's just the occasional one sort of fulfills that stereotype, basically. But no, it's more to do with the problem I'm having is that they've not done what they meant to do, basically. You get them everywhere. Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's popped in the texture. I don't know what it is they've changed that makes that even worse. It was fairly bad before, but that's it. So they seem to have increased the draw distance, but made it so that the textures pop in really, you know, like the LODs don't load. I'm sure they'll do an opto, because these haven't really got the proper texture on them. I'm sure they'll sort it out before it launches, but. Right, have we actually made one yet? Come on. Oh, I bet. Has it got any trapped in there? Yeah, there you go, look. Can I grab that? No. Let's just delete it again then. Eventually I'll actually make one of these. That'll be good. Oh. Well, that's now working. Oh, there we go. There's one. Hurrah and huzzah. Awesome. Right, so let's see if we can't feed it into the space elevator. If I do that. Then we can go down the bottom. Oops, and feed it in. I don't know how many of the best chippies on the South Coast we had and sacked. Really? Is that because, you mean as in he like got into arguments with them and stuff, or because I would have thought if they were you know, if he was that problematic and they were good, they would just resign, sort of thing, rather than get sacked. But he's actually kicking them out, is he? Right. I bet you're not going to let me clip through the floor, are you? Oh, you are, of course, now. Yeah, I can do that now. I put that the wrong way round. I should have put it facing the other way, but... oh, whatever. So we just need to feed these in. We did have someone leave a little while back, and I think they were expecting, because they were good. They were a good, you know, good writer, but I think they had a higher opinion of their standing in the company than was possibly the reality, and I don't mean that in a negative sense. I mean, as in, I think they thought they were irreplaceable, sort of thing. And so they'd got another job, basically. But I think they felt that maybe, because there are some problems in the company with, like, pay, not as in bad pay or anything like that, but when it comes time to pay rises, well, I'm supposed to have had a performance review 2 months ago, and it hasn't happened. And I went, you know, a couple of years without a pay rise, and then they were all apologetic when they did it, you know, but you know, and I got a bigger pay rise, sort of thing. But it was a bit sort of like, it's not properly, because it's not uncommon in small companies, but having worked in quite a few, I also know it's just an excuse, basically, because it's not properly organised, and it's not like, so when you work in a gigantic company, I don't know if you ever have, but you know, it's all regimented, and you know, this must happen on this date, and your manager is basically there to ensure that, you know, you have all of these reviews and all of this stuff. But in smaller companies, it's sort of like, well, we've suddenly got this thing we've got to do. We've got to hit this deadline. Everyone work on that, you know, for the next 2 months, and then we'll do your performance reviews, you know. But I think they were under the impression that they were perhaps of more value to the company than perhaps the bosses thought. And so they thought they would hand in the notice, because they'd secured a good job, you know. It wasn't like they were just randomly quitting or something. But I think they'd have been perfectly happy to stay if they'd have got a big pay rise, you know. It was like, you know, if you offer me a bigger pay rise than a big pay rise, then I will probably stay, type of situation. Because, you know, they'd have been happy either way, type of thing. And I think they thought that was probably going to happen, and it didn't. I think they were a bit gutted that it was like, this door's on the wrong side as well, isn't it? A bit like, you know, that thing of, you sort of say, you know, you throw your toys out of pram and say, right, I'm quitting, and the boss just goes, yeah, bye. I say they went to a good job. It wasn't, you know, they weren't left destitute or something, but I say it was a bit sort of bit funny. But my boss gets these guys in who say they can do everything. There's zero mistakes that cost more than it's worth to repair. Oh, right, okay. Is it working? Are both of them working? It's going to be very slow. Why has it only got one smart plating? It should be quicker than that. Especially... oh. Where are they coming from? I guess it must have them stuck in the... They must have been in the sorter? In the splitter? Let's just take it out again. Right, are you making them now? I do love that it has the animations on it. And they're like bespoke to the things it's making, basically. They don't tend to make sense given what you're loading in, but it's really cool that it shows you them making something. Well, they're not all bespoke to the thing, I think, but roughly speaking. There you go, so it's not loading that texture in for some reason. 90%. Now, are you still working? Or have you got trapped with modular things as well? I suspect I could have more machines going because I think they are produced twice as fast and I've got 2 of them, but Satisfactory looks better than when I last played it. Yeah, they've done a lot of stuff on the visuals. I think in the latest update 5, I'm pretty sure that the draw distance has been increased. So I don't think I used to be able to see, you know, like the trees over. Well, they're not really trees, but wherever they are over there, I don't think they were visible, and I don't think you could see the far distant rock. I think, you know, and I think the trees cut off earlier. But it seems to have gotten worse with like the texture loading. So, like I say, some of these things, it'll just like never load the texture in. So they'll just be blobs, you know. But that's all optimization stuff. They'll sort all that out. Right. Yes. So, the next job then is the next one of these. I'm just thinking, I mean, there's no way I'm going to get that done in 10 minutes. But yeah, they've done a lot of, last update you played was 1. Yeah, I mean, I didn't actually, so this is my first game since it launched, basically. So I didn't even play after update 1. And it was, I just kind of figured, you know, because I was starting to do streaming and stuff, I wanted to do, you know, a different series. And they did update 4. And eventually, sort of 6 months later, I finally started a series doing it on update 4. So yeah, that was kind of the, you know, so I literally played it when it started, and we didn't. I mean, we had. I think it stopped at steel basically when I first started playing. So all of this is completely new to me. Yeah, so we got a few minutes. Is there anything I could usually do? What I could do is try and go and get that thing. Because is that a slug or a... I think it's actually one of those... yeah, it is a slug, I think. We'll go and see if we can get that. Because what I need to do... Basically, we need to make the other... I'll just pop the machine down, actually. So we need to make the other thing for the... you going to give me the lining up? No. There. We need to make these guys. But that means making heavy modular frames, computers, and circuit boards. And I haven't got the time before the end of the stream to do that. So I will probably do that between episodes. I'll get that set up. And the idea, as I say, is just to use this space to, you know, spaghetti it together. I'm not trying to make them in terms of volume. Before water pumping, yeah. I think I got up to supercomputers. Then they were used for nothing, so I moved on. I will go back there. Yeah, it's... I suspect, I'll be honest, I don't think there are going to be that many more updates because... I don't think they're going to add too much more in terms of sort of mechanics in the game. You know, I don't think we're going to get too many more recipes. I think the main thing that will be done is polish. Oh, I've not got super. You know, polish, maybe some more quality of life stuff. But, you know, I don't think they're going to add any more resources or that sort of thing. You know, and I don't... Oh, okay. Got me gun. Missed. Yeah, I don't think we're getting, you know, too much more in terms of complexity. I think the big thing that will be added will be the story side of it, which I'm guessing a lot of people aren't actually all that bothered about. But it's what I want to see. You know, I want to see what they're intending for that. Because to me, that's... I mean, obviously, you know, there's the first-person thing and all of that sort of stuff. But the thing that's particularly unique to this game, I think, is the fact that it's going to have a story. So I say I want to see what it is, but I say I don't think we'll get too many more, you know. Because what else could they add, really? We go. Oops. Imagine blueprinting. Yeah, well, you were here, I think, weren't you, when I was messing about with the blueprints in Dyson Sphere program. I think because I did some more during the week, and honestly, I think that's about. I think they've got that wrong. To be honest with you, I don't think it matters because their control shift, their quick copy and paste system is excellent. That's really, really good. Really easy to use and stuff. But their actual blueprinting, it's just too annoying. It's you know, they've got some good ideas in there, but it's just too tedious to do blueprints. Basically. But yeah, a blueprinting would be good in this game. I think it'd be too OP, to be honest with you. I think it'd be so overpowered. Because particularly sort of early mid-game, early levels, because you need so little to do like the first 3 levels of the space elevator. You know, you could literally be there in like an hour or something, which I think is too quick. Was there always them things? I thought they were a different thing out of the bugs. Not sure about that. No. You modify your testing system on Factorio. You'll have to tell me about it tomorrow because I'm about to end. Unless it's a quick thing, I don't know. But yeah, I'm about to finish. Basically, so what I'll do between, you know, this stream and next Friday's Satisfactory is I will build the extra one. So we'll have the extra thing feeding in. It'll take ages. I mean, I can probably beef that up. But the other thing I'll try and do is start doing some of the levelling up of belts I need to do to get things flowing around properly. But yeah, so we're finally moving on to the next space elevator tour. Space elevator 7 and 8, which I think. How do I? Is there a 9, or are those the last two? How would I see? Isn't it in? How do you get the chip? No. They changed the keyboard layout. I can't remember how you get the. I haven't looked at it in so long. It's not in there, is it? Yeah, so these are the last two phases, basically. And then I think you load final stuff into the elevator, don't you? But yeah, so, that'll be the last phase of the game proper, basically. So yeah, I will be back tomorrow, where I will be starting my new Factorio series, the Spoon Hunt, trying to get the There Is No Spoon achievement, and the other one. It won't actually be. I mean, they're obviously speedruns as such. I mean, I'm going to attempt to do them, the thing fairly quickly. But initially, it'll be about sort of trying to plan out a base that will do that, and then attempting to execute it. So it won't be as I won't be going that quickly for the next couple of weeks. But yeah, I say that. We'll kick off tomorrow, and then obviously Monday is Dyson Sphere program, where, as I say, I've been fiddling about with blueprints throughout the week, trying to do some of the more basic ones, but also, as I say, kind of coming around to the opinion that I don't like blueprints in that game. It's just not a very good system. I guess now that I've got them, I don't really ever need to do them again. But yeah, not a fan of how they've done that. Yeah, so I say we'll end here today. It's starting the speedrun series, Grim, but it won't be an actual speedrun tomorrow. It'll be what I'm going to do. I'm going to play through basically. I'm going to find a good seed, which could take a while because I need, obviously need fairly big patches and blah, blah, blah. I also need to double check. There are some things you can change and some you can't with the biters. It's like, I think you can put them on peaceful and turn off evolution and pollution, but I don't think you can, change the, the starting bases as such. You can't, decrease the frequency in that. You have to keep as default, I think. But so we'll do a lot of testing with that. But then it'll be basically a normal sort of playthrough, but with a mind to doing it. Basically what I'm going to do, I'm effectively going to build the base, launch a rocket, and then blueprint the entire base, and then do it again, in at speed, basically. So the first few, the first couple of weeks aren't going to be the actual speed run, but more sort of thinking about it than anything else. But then, yeah, I'll have a go at. I'm actually wondering whether I shouldn't try and do it in 4 hours, in a one stream sort of thing. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, so if you want to come back tomorrow, then it'll be a 3 o'clock start as per usual, and we'll go for the usual 3 hours, and then, as I say, Dyson Sphere program on Monday. So if you have been watching, thanks for joining me, and I will be back tomorrow, as I say, with Factorio, and back next week for some more Satisfactory. Thanks for watching. Cheers.